Feminism has meaning. Feminism throughout the world has been a developing and growing belief for a long time. The word itself often comes with a lot of negative connotations and stereotypes, along with the belief that feminists and those who practice it are radical extremists and crazy women, rather people trying to fight for equality between the sexes at all levels. It is because of these pessimistic associations that some believe feminism has no true meaning. The meaning of feminism and the associated movement throughout the world are necessary and challenge the systemic inequalities women face on a daily basis, acknowledge the different ways women are treated in comparison to men, and empower women to work towards one day being treated equivalent to that of the countersex. The inequalities women face compared to that of a man in this world today are extensive. Products geared towards women that cost more than similar products towards men are called the pink tax, and this pricing method is very current, especially in the United States. A study done by the New York City Office of Consumer Affairs found that items aimed at women and girls cost 7% more on average. Many of these differences in pricing are not noticed by people, however they are very apparent, and this is just one issue feminists are trying to fix and bring attention to. This affects all people whether they realize it or not, and is a real unfairness to women as there is no real reason their products should on average cost more than men's. Another injustice women face is men being more likely to be CEOs and seeing higher rates of promotion for them rather than women. Women do have the opportunity to become higher up in businesses, but women account for only 15% of C-suite executives and 18% of SVPs. Women are also 18% less likely to get promoted in their job than their male counterparts. These stats are clear of yet another injustice against women. Many are unaware of this inequity, but the work being done to acknowledge it is largely done by trying feminists. There is still much work that must be done to bring light to what women face every day, but without feminists and the feminism movement, these issues might not have been addressed in the ways that they are. Another issue that women face is how they are treated and targeted compared to men. Although people of any gender can certainly be victims of domestic violence, it affects women far more often and it is very important to acknowledge this. The National Coalition of Domestic Violence says that 1 in 5 women have been raped, while only 1 in 71 men have. It is because of this that women often live in constant fear and are told not to walk alone while going places. It is especially apparent in larger cities or even sadly college towns where women must be on guard at all times and not just at night. The feminism movement works to establish that rape reflects the sexism in a society where power is unequally distributed between men and women. It is often feminists and active groups who give the power back to women and help them find their voice when a terrible act like this occurs. Another heavy topic in which women are targeted much more in is human trafficking. According to the United Nations Office on Drug and Crime, about 71% of all human trafficking victims are female, including children. Although these stats are shocking and hard to hear, it is tremendously important to learn and work to fix an issue that is so troublesome to our world. Without doing so and becoming advocates for women and joining the movement, we all risk living in a world where women continue to live in fear from the opposite sex. Perhaps one of the most important and lasting meanings of feminism is that it empowers women to be independent and to love themselves, and to empower men to support women. In a society where women are still degraded and not treated the same as men, the movement brings light to those injustices and gives those women a reason to continue to fight for what they deserve. Feminism takes a strong stance on liberating women from the patriarchal influence of men. Marches and campaigns done by the movement help louden voices and give those who may quietly think on the topic large platforms to express how they truly feel, genuinely empowering them and broadening the scope of the movement worldwide. For example, the He for She campaign acts as an invitation for both men and people of all genders to stand with the feminism movement and create almost a united force for gender equality. This is just one example of one campaign done by the movement that allows voices to be heard and gives a platform to make change, but so many are done around the globe and the number is growing, which means that this is working. The world is changing, and it is because of the many great women and men behind the feminism movement accomplishing so much. To say that feminism has no meaning is disregarding the movement and the progress that has been done and needs to be done. Today, the pay gap is closing, degrading stereotypes are being lessened, and women are feeling more empowered today than ever before, and it is because of this movement. Without it, many women may still be stuck living in the shadows of men, and although much work still must be done, feminism is gaining support and allies throughout the world. Thank you.